I lost you. Battery died. So I'm cooking for children, and so I'm going to cook different. Okay. This is mostly for the father, but you know, I mean, men can eat. They go to work. They figure it out. You know what I mean? But kids, you have to cook a certain way for kids, which means not a lot of super fancy stuff. Even though I got them to eat the quiche, and I went and bought them some cuties. Those little tomatoes are at grocery outlet right now for $8 for $1. And we're going to take a little bit of flour, because I'm going to kind of thicken this in roux style. I put no onions in here. I don't know if their kids like onions, so I didn't put any in there. This is for that family that's in bereft right now. Now, it used to be back in the day, it didn't matter who you were, all right, what denomination you were. Your next door neighbors would know that you were going through a hard time, and all the next door neighbors would come by and bring you something. This does not happen here in Eugene, Oregon. I don't think it's happening anywhere except for within, you know, Christian communities. And I think this is a fall down of our community. And, yeah, it's all really much the drug wars turned everything upside down. You know, you war against your own people, and basically what you created was an insurgency within the United States of America. And if anybody can't see that, other than the fact that bombs aren't going off over here and we don't have suicide people, you need to get your head straight. Because the drug war is an insurgency against our own people. You know, in other countries, they don't lock people up. In Peru, they put them into programs. They don't spend the millions and millions of dollars to put them into, you know, into prison. And when they're just going to learn to be better criminals. And, you know, prison is no place to be. You don't become a better person in prison unless you really, really work at it. Because the hierarchy in prison is run by the hardest dudes there. All right? And that's just the way it is. All right? So, and we got the stewed tomatoes here. And as they come out, I'm going to smash them a little bit. Woo! Tomato juice everywhere. All right, and he's got Italian herbs in them already. It's a nice product. All right. And I said I'd have dinner ready for him at 5:30. Going to the store kind of put me behind a little bit. So, and again, I'm going to squeeze them down a little bit. Let's get the juice out first so I don't squirt it everywhere, huh? Oops. Oops. Squirt, squirt, squirt. All right. And smashing them, smashing them. Because kids don't like real big pieces of tomato sometimes. Sometimes they do, but I'm cooking like real Americanized for this family because I just want them to have something on their table. And I'm going to let that get up to temperature and simmer for about 15 minutes. And then I'm going to put the pasta right in there. And that's going to be their dinner. And I'm so hungry, I'm going to have me a tuna fish sandwich. I might make it a tuna melt. I'm trying to save some of that cheese for the gratin. I was also going to peel up some carrots and cut them up. Kids like carrots. I think it's such a blessing that I'm able to do this. If I hadn't been doing the show, America, and I'd still been doing what I've been doing before, I wouldn't have all this extra food. Some of this food came from one of my bros downstairs. He too a retired gangster, and you know, raising his kids and being a good man, and he knows that I do good things, and he gave me all this food, and was going to have community barbecue. This is organic beef I put in there. This is some expensive stuff. Alright, we're going to let that simmer. I got my floor wet again. Alright, let's do, I'm going to make my meal real quick, which is just going to be tuna fish. Well, I'll let you watch. It's not going to be anything... I normally like to put celery in my tuna fish. And I saved the juice for my kitty. Oh, you're right there? My bad. Juice for the kitty, use the can over. Not the greatest can opener in the world. The juice off before it. Before I go for that last corner, because it's gonna squirt. Maybe this is some terrible tuna. Whoop, let's turn that down. Scrape bottom, scrape bottom. They got hot fast. I'll let you take a look at it. Alright, you see how fast I made that with just a, you know, you can go and buy Prego and hamburger and all that and spend $3 on a thing of Prego, or you can spend 79 cents on 3 cans, all right, and put your meat in there and spend 50 cents on a thing of herbs that's going to last you for a long time. And you know, you decide. Would you rather make it yourself and make it as close to scratch as possible with as much fresh vegetables as possible, or, and hey, I'm not saying Prego is not a good product, it is. I'm not saying some of these products that are on the market aren't good products, but I'm saying that if you make it by yourself from scratch, I mean, if I made this from fresh tomatoes right off the vine, I mean, you know, and that's what I'm talking about. The more you can put into your food, the more energy that you put into your food. All right, and we're getting cat food. Where'd it go? That one. It's hard to believe this is tuna fish. Yeah. Who made this? The chicken of the sea? Yeah, we're destroying our seas. We're overfishing them. We're running out of raw product, you know. We need more people doing farm-raised food and doing it properly. Not feeding them corn, but feeding them, you know, something else. It's the reality of it, you know. Anyways. Where are you? You're over there? All right. Thanks. You're watching my sauce for me? Thank you. I'm going to turn it down again. God, it's 5:30 and I've only eaten a half a banana. What am I doing? Oh yeah. I hope everybody had a wonderful Easter. And I hope you guys don't mind if I don't change the thing right away on my default with the Happy Easter thing because I'm kind of busy right now. Maybe I'll get to that in a day or so. But priorities become priorities, and other people's needs become high priorities in my life as opposed to my own needs. I mean, I got what I need, you know what I mean? I got a home and I got food, and I got a lot of people who love me, and you know what I mean? I was over at the church talking to them today. They've been having problems with the inspectors because they're starting a preschool. And the church lady was like, man, I actually got mad. And I'm like, I talked to the pastor and I said, hey, you know, because she's a real sweetheart. Boy, it must have took something to get her upset. Probably a lot of things. But, you know, I know I met the lane permit dudes at a SCORE meeting, and so I'm usually able to get a pretty good repertoire with people. Even old school y'all heard that video. People who don't normally like folks in my persuasion. So in 2000, I'm out on the side of I'm way out on in this tweak house, right? And this house is off the hook, right? And I meet a man there, and I was actually locked up with his father in '96. And his father and I became pretty close. And this man, he's got SS here and a tattoo on his lip. He's straight AB, Aryan Brotherhood, right? So he sees me come up in the house on the bike, but he knew who I was kind of from his father. And we're in the house, and I don't know if I told this story, but we're way out on Prairie Road. And I tell him, I say, look, I've been sent by God for the children. Now, when you say something like that in the gangster kingdom or in the underground, people just look at you like you done lost your mind. You don't know who you are. You know? And about 3 minutes later, his daughter got a potato chip stuck down in her windpipe, and she was 2 years old. And the mother's freaking out, going, call 911, call 911. But they, you know, who had a cell phone? You know what I mean? This is back in 2000. These are poor people. And the grandma's freaking out, and the dad's sitting there, and he don't know what to do. I do. I grab the child instantly. I lay the child down on her side. I reach in the mouth, see if there's anything in there. That's not. It's down in her windpipe. I put her on her back. I do the baby Heimlich maneuver because I was taught that in prison at the Shutter Creek boot camp. I did the baby Heimlich. Pump, pump, pump. I saw it come up into her mouth. I dug my finger in her mouth, pulled the food out, picked her up, and put her on her father's knee and said, I told you I've been sent by God to watch over the children. Guess who I got for a brother for life? You know what I mean? So, if I can change I'm not the N-word to him. No way. You know what I mean? I'm his brother. I saved his daughter's life. You know? And that's what I do. And wherever I can help, I help. So whether it's in the underground or whether it's above ground, as I am now, you know, I'm doing the right thing because it's the right thing to do. If you feel me, say hoorah, and then maybe go out and do a little right yourself, you know. We rise together. Right now, we gotta rise together. Things are gonna get bad. Alright, just turned my pasta sauce off. It's starting to get a nice shine in the top of it. See that? Let me give it a little taste. Because I haven't put sugar in here yet. And don't burn